Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for coming back into this 21-day journey with me of daily videos. Today I'm going to talk about the Camino de Santiago. I set forth 3 big, huge, audacious goals for 2025, and one of those is walking the Camino. My story behind it is I follow Carolyn Mays, and she talked about doing a pilgrimage and walking the Camino. So it's kind of stuck in the back of my mind. Well, just last week I was at the grocery store and I ran into a woman that I knew from my meditation group. I'm like, hey, what's new? What you been up to? And she's like, well, I walked the Camino. I'm like, what? I was like, that's amazing. That's great. I knew walking the Camino was a pilgrimage, a spiritual journey, but I really didn't even know where it was, what the routes were, how long it was, and the history behind it. So I thought, I'm going to dig in, find out what exactly it is so that I can share the information here. I really want to do this journey. I just started watching a YouTube video documentary of a woman that went on one of the routes that started in France. She took off 2 months to walk this, and it's like really hard and challenging, and she's a lot younger than I am, and her feet are getting blisters, and I'm like, oh my God, could I even do this? But my heart is just calling me to do this journey. So what is the Camino, walking the Camino? Where is Camino de Santiago? So legend has it that in the 9th century, the remains of Saint James, who was one of Jesus' apostles, were discovered in a town that's now called Santiago de Compostela. It's in northwestern Spain. The discovery of these remains sparked one of the most revered pilgrimages in Christianity. How the history goes is throughout the Middle Ages, people from all over Europe journeyed to Santiago, seeking forgiveness, healing, and spiritual growth. Over time, these routes became known as the Camino de Santiago, the Way of St. James. Today, the Camino is still alive, and thousands of people that still walk the Camino. There's several different routes. One of the most famous ones, I believe it's the most famous one, starts in France. It could take over 30 days to do it. They're shorter routes. You get a certificate of walking the Camino if you do over 63 miles or 63 kilometers. Everybody walks the Camino for their own personal reason. I feel like it's a deep spiritual walk. It's like I would be like, I don't even know what to expect, but if I'm called to something, I just let the thing unfold. Along the route, there's places where you can stay. Sometimes along the roadside, there's little stands set up where people offer food and supplies, a place to rest. There's reasonable places to stop and stay the night, and it just seems like the most glorious trip. I have never wanted to challenge myself physically as much as I do now in attempting to walk the Camino. The only other thing I've ever done in my life is attempted to do a couch to 5K, and maybe I wouldn't be able to make the whole Camino, but the thing is that just try to walk the journey. So Camino de Santiago isn't just a walk, it's a journey that calls to the soul, and it's calling to mine. So let's see where this journey takes me in 2025.